Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Wednesday night. It's time for me to talk. Lots of talking to be done. We're continuing with the Phantasy Star 2 Adventures. We're halfway through. 4 down, 4 to go. Whoops. Whoops. Bring up the right windows. Bring up all the good stuff. Okay. We're up to Amy's adventure. Last time we completed Eustace's adventure where he trained for 8 years to save his orphanage girlfriend, and turns out the commander from Paseo was just testing him. Somehow. For 8 years. Anyway, now we got Amy's adventure. I love the frames. I love the frames of all these. Every single one of these, I look at them and go, okay, I'm just going to change the frames on my Phantasy Star setup to just be these every time. Look, it's got swords in it. So cool. Okay, we're now in 1282 AW. It's autumn. How lovely. Place is B Rock on the planet Motavia, and the character is Amy/Amia. I'm going to stick with Amy. B Rock, a village at the ends of the earth. Amy, a young, beautiful counter hunter. She's got 15 arrests rather than money. It's interesting. Being an enthusiastic and gifted hunter, Amy had already claimed 15 bounties by the time she arrived in this remote region. An agent's commander had been assigned to B Rock, and it was open season on a group of Motavian thieves holed up and down. They were accused of illegally accessing Motherbrain in order to disrupt the Dome Farm, which supplies food to the entire region. Hacking is among the most serious of crimes, and the commensurate bounties on such game are quite high. Amy parked her dune buggy by a hill near the village. Her first task was to get in touch with an agent's liaison. Jet buggy. In the driver's seat of Amy's beloved all-terrain vehicle. She starts with the jet buggy. There you go. Amy feels a sense of calmness as she sits here in front of the control panel. There is a glove compartment beside the steering wheel. Let's look everywhere. Let's look at the panel. In addition to interfacing with the autopilot computer, this panel provides access to communication functions as well. You can call people. A wanted poster for the leader of the thieves, alias Motavian Hack, has been received from the agents. Hack the planet, baby! Hack the planet! There is a knife inside. Take the knife, Amy. Oh, you can take the poster too. Amy took the knife, a small weapon made of titanium alloy. Okay, Amy took the poster. Displayed on the bulletin is the silhouette of a tall, thin Motavian, his face obscured by a cloak. Motavian Hack is printed beneath it. Oh, let's get out of here. Step out of the car. The hill affords a view of B Rock Village and the nearby Dome Farm. Well, that explains the title card. There's a dome on there. Beyond, a mountainous region stretches out as far as the eye can see. Passing by the Dome Farm, the eastbound road proceeds toward the village. Amy's jet buggy is parked in a thicket beside the road. Oh wow, heaps to look at. The area is dotted with tiny houses. Amy senses that this place is truly impoverished. Dome farms are the source of Planet Motavia's food supply, the cultivation of which is directed by control signals sent from Motherbrain. It seems very modern, in striking contrast with the village. What are the mountains? A range of remarkably steep mountains, their bare rock faces casting eerie, deep black shadows. Not even a speck of green can be found in the sea of stone. Somebody's being very poetic. Oh, we've already got... Of course, the items in our inventory we can look at any time. West is back to the jet buggy. Let's go to the farm. Let's get these Motavian hackers. Why do I get the feeling the hackers are going to be way cooler than the cop? Just a thought. Dome farm entrance. Oh my gosh. Words are escaping me already. The road continues east as far as the village and west to a small hill. An endless expanse of inaccessible mountains can be seen to the north. The Dome Farm lies to the south. this just the same text? Oh no, okay. The automatic door has suffered a malfunction. It remains in the open position, having failed safe rather than secure. The mountains rise ominously from the earth. I feel like we're going to need to go to the mountains. They're building them up. Oh, yeah, every direction. Let's try the door. There seems to be something wrong with the computer system. The dome is full of vegetation being grown for food, the majority of which was already started to wither. There is a storehouse on the south side. The dome control room is to the west. There doesn't appear to be anyone present in the storehouse. Okay. I feel like the other ones didn't have us able to look at other locations, if that makes sense. They didn't really come up in the location list, which is weird. Cool. Storehouse. Harvested crops, fertilizer, and the like are kept here. The crops, they've begun to rot due to mismanagement. Apparently the villagers haven't been working here recently. Can we take the mismanaged crops? Oops. We missed the whole control panel. Let's just fix it ourselves, Amy. Let's hack it. Numerous monitors line the walls. The entire dome is managed by this computer system, which is in turn controlled directly by Mother Brain. If Mother Brain's so great. Okay. Nothing to see here. Let's try north. Mountain base. Steep rock soars precipitously toward the sky. Anyone not an expert at climbing mountains will be unlikely to successfully challenge this one. That's why we can't go any further. B Rock Village, a gloomy township. Every home is firmly locked. Only a residence to the south has its door open. There is a plaza to the north. Let's raid people's houses. This is an RPG, isn't it? Village of residents. Within the domicile, a man is having a stiff drink alone. Please don't tell people how I live. He eyes Amy suspiciously. We look at characters to talk to them. Like that's the same as the others. Haven't seen you around here before. Perhaps you have some business in town. He asks while looking her over. You gonna share your drink, buddy? Use the poster, maybe. After taking the poster, he began to speak. Ah, I see. So you're Amy. I am in contact with the agents. Here are some handcuffs. You'll need these to bring your target back alive. Well, good luck. Amy received handcuffs. All right. These manacles comprise a new style of handcuffs not connected by a chain. When they exceed a predefined range, a signal activates a mechanism causing temporary paralysis in the detainee's body. They are very convenient, even though the suspect can move about freely while being escorted. I mean, they can punch us. All right, well, we got a knife, and we've got handcuffs. Interesting cop layout. They need to give us a prod. Remember, we're police. Let's talk to the villagers. They seem to be what one would call peasants. Noticing that he was being examined, a man quit talking and turned to look at Amy. Behind him, a middle-aged woman followed suit. Let's talk to the woman first. Why not? My husband must go back to the farm soon, or our family won't be able to eat. Please do whatever it takes, she said to Amy. The door of the farm's open, just go. Ever since those Motavians started intruding, we've been too frightened to even go near the work site. Each day seems to last forever. Okay. Oh, we can't use the poster anymore. We can't walk around showing it to people. Where do we go next? Where do we go? Ah, okay. Progress. Evening has arrived, and the dome has become considerably darker. Shrouded in a cloak, a Motavian emerges from his hiding place behind a planter. 7 or 8 more appear, and they all enter the storehouse, except for one, who heads to the control room. He is high of stature. It is quite unusual to see a tall Motavian. There's no doubt about it. It is Hack, the one with a bounty on his head. Hack is hunched over a control panel, fervently engaged, hacking, typing. Amy crept up behind him. All she had to do in order to finish this job was capture their leader and turn him over to the agents. Yet he isn't the one to get caught so easily, Amy thought to herself. Hack suddenly turned around. Hi. He stares at Amy, his infrared glass eyes focused intently on her from within his hood. Amy took out her handcuffs. Just then, the rest of the Motavians surged into the room. Before she had a chance to confront them, Amy was struck on the back of the head and rendered unconscious. This is their favourite plot point in these bloody games. Upon awakening, she found the area deserted. They didn't take any of Amy's stuff. I think they would have disarmed her after they knocked her out. The Dome Farm is devoid of people once more. The Dome control room is to the west, the storehouse is to the south. Okay, nothing new in the storehouse. Do we wander around? Let's talk to our contact. Still drinking? I'm expecting results, he says curtly before returning to his beverage. No. Nope, nothing new to say. Interesting. Maybe go back to the jet buggy and contact somebody. Yeah, I want to use the panel. Okay. We're looking for... So we found Hack. We got knocked out by his buddies. Now what? We can't look at the panel anymore, which is interesting. Apparently Hack was infiltrating Mother Brain's network from this computer. Does that mean we can look at the computer now? Yes. The circuit for the switch has been severed. Hack must have cut it before running away. What was he trying to do? Storeroom as well. Storehouse. Little crops. Nope, nothing new. Feels like we have to walk around and look at everything. And we need to go north and look. There are Motavian footprints on the ground. There you go. Thank you. The footprints lead to a heretofore unseen gap in the rocks, revealing a narrow path heading north. There we go. See you at the crossroads. Winding through the rocky terrain, the southerly path diverges east and west at this point. The movement of a black shadow to the east catches Amy's eye. I can't tell what it is from here. Oh, okay, great. Yes, back adventuring. Tintera, how you going? The adventure never ends. Because these are very long. No, not very long. There's just lots of them. These mountains form a habitat, for several breeds of flying biomonsters. The true form of the shadow is that of a man-eating bat living in the mountainside. You're just in time for some combat. I'm guessing it doesn't want to talk. Waiting on my coffee and trying to get up. How are you today? Oh, it's late and I'm tired, but getting there. And it's officially winter, June 1st, so it's very cold in the shed, but we're getting through. Warmed by the warm glow of adventure. Amy hit bat for 4 points of damage. Oh god, the bat's going to hit even harder. They each have their own battle music. This is great. Oh, I wish it was summer here. Wish it was summer all the time. Especially with young kids, they don't understand that it's like, no, Dad can't take you to the park. It's raining and freezing. Oh yes, happy Pride to you too. I don't have a rainbow frame or anything. Should have come up with one. Oh, there you go. They're cool. It's a very happy bean. Lifting its voice in a piercing shriek, the monster escapes the other side of the rock wall. Okay, the path is littered with rocks, making it impossible to advance any further. A mushroom sprung up from the earth. Take that mushroom. Let's eat it. Just eat it straight away. Oh, we needed that health restore. That bat kicked our ass. Amy's health was restored by the mushroom. All right. We're on the trail of some Motavian hackers who tried to hack Mother Brain. Oh, thank you very much for the 20 bits. Oh no, it did get cut off a little bit. Now it does feel much more rainbow in here. The east-west path ends abruptly at a cliff overlooking a deep valley. A road follows the cliff, ascending to the north and descending to the south. Up or down? Let's go up. Boulders are scattered about, many with moss growing on them. Walking along the side of the mountain seems doable to the north and east. The road heads back south. Every one of these games has a maze in them. Part of the moss growth has been scraped off, as if something had rubbed against the rocks. A trail of damaged moss leads to the east. I think we can track the hack. This part of the ridge is replete with large rocks. Passage is available east, west, and north. A screeching sound. Oh, thank you so much for all the bits. Making it rain rainbows. If we go north, there'll probably be more evil man-bats. No, it's a Motavian crow. Okay. Within a stone crevice lays a nest constructed by a Motavian crow. A crow chick cries out in a berserk rage. It's really big. I can't see inside. A baby crow is in the way. I'll trade you weather. You're missing your cozy heater. This is my cozy heater here. Currently with its fake fireplace. It's actually cooking me a bit. I might turn it down. We're not going to fight a baby crow, surely. A monstrous bird covered in mottled feathers. I think we're going to fight the baby bird. The only hint that we attack this thing is that it's angry at us. But it is described as a crow chick, and it's like, yeah, not going to really big on attacking baby birds. She's doing way better at beating up the baby bird than she was at the man bat. Yeah, I don't mind the little combat with the dice. It's all good. They're all just D6s though, no D20s. The creature let out a heartbreaking wail, as if pleading for its parents to save its life, before tumbling out of the nest to its death. I hope you're proud of yourself, Amy. In the nest you find more eggs, because you're a monster. There is an infrared scope lying inside. Oh, I love seeing the dice rolls. Show me all the numbers. Show me the stats. Especially when there's a critical fail in there. I want to see the dice roll that got me there. That's one of the great things about Disco Elysium, how it does the dice rolls for you. Amy took the scope. This device allows the wearer to see clearly even in total darkness. Was it worth it, Amy? Was it worth it to murder that baby bird? Boulders lie everywhere. The mountain yields makeshift paths, both the east and south. Okay, that's back where we came. When I do play like Baldur's Gate and stuff, I make sure I turn on those extra bit of those stats for the more dice rolls. Oh, you can see the dice rolls in Kota as well. Oh, there you go. I'll have to turn it on next time I can see it. Because after a while, the combat in Kota is just lightsaber fights. Doing flips and things exploding. Beset on either side by steep walls of rock, this corridor was hewn from the very mountain itself. A large metallic object is lying in the road. Okay. Oh, you look at the walls. Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. I went through a bit of a thing trying to get the Steam version of KOTOR running nicely on Windows 10, because it does not run nicely on Windows 10 by default. It tries to put in a tiny window and the FMVs don't work. So now while I'm replaying that in my spare time, I'll check the dice rolls. The stone has been scarred by pickaxes. Perhaps the Motavians cleared this path. These evil hackers, literally hacking into the rock. Oh, KOTOR 2 is on the way. Nice. Wonder if they'll do some fixes to it. I really love 2, but you had to get some patches. Hey, what's Ian? How you going? We're talking Knights of the Old Republic rather than actually focusing on the game. There's a huge tiger paw. A trap someone has set to capture monsters. If a person were to get caught in one of these, they would be completely helpless. Can we take it? Can we avoid the tiger paw? Cool. Oh, no. We got caught. We looked at the trap, we saw it, then we stepped in it. The trap left in the corridor to catch monsters slammed shut. Amy sustained a leg injury. To the south, a cavity in the wall of stone becomes the mouth of the cave. Ah. I think some of the video is on demand still there. I love talking Phantasy Star, and there's plenty more Phantasy Star to go, so don't worry. The rocky corridor continues to the west. So what? Are we stuck here? This tunnel leads eastward through the cave. The exit can be reached to the north. The cavern wall to the west is interrupted by a wooden door, itself perturbed by a knothole marring its surface. Sure did finish Generation 2. It was tough. That was about 3 weeks ago now. The final bosses were real rough. Dark Force was oof. I did have a couple of at least one game over to Dark Force, and then spoiler alert, when you fight Mother Brain, everybody died except Amy, funnily enough. And the game must have some mercy rule. We want you to beat the game at this point because then Mother Brain couldn't damage Amy anymore, so it just plinked away, and I beat the game. Peeking through the knothole, Amy beheld a room full of Motavians. It would probably be best not to enter with a trap on your leg. They use a lot of the side story to make more lore. And yes, there was lots more. There was lots more people, lots more dialogue. It was epic. It was exhausting. It would probably be best not to enter. Let's enter. There are many Motavians in here. Amy was immediately surrounded. Before she knew it, everything went dark and she felt her body being lifted into the air. Throw her out! Toss her! The Motavians chanted repeatedly in unison. Yes. The Motavians chanted repeatedly in unison. Amy had been stuffed into a body bag and dumped somewhere. All right. So, they didn't kill us, at least. There's no more mushrooms. We've gotten some health back. Actually, let's look at the local area first. We're going to do a bit of backtracking to get back where we were. When we foolishly looked at a room full of criminals and went, that's where I want to be. The road begins to narrow, finally disappearing altogether at the edge of a precipice. A pole stands here. A warning flag fixed to it. God, words. Can't say words. It does a bit. It's like a Knight Rider episode or something like that. Why can't we look at the pole? Maybe we just take the pole. Amy took the pole. This is nothing more than a tree limb with a piece of red cloth attached to the pointed end. What does the cloth say? What does it say? Okay, back to all the places we've been. This one isn't a bad one. Good to know. Alright, so we're at the end of the tunnel, which returns to the west. So you've played all the Mossian, you've done all 8. Doors lie in every other direction. A pleasant aroma is coming from the north. Let's go for a pleasant aroma. Rudger's one, on the other hand, put me to sleep to no end. Oh no! I haven't done Rudger's yet. Let me check my release order. Rudger's next. No one is present. A plate of food rests on the table. Eat it. Health. There's some graffiti carved here. Gebbling an apple sitting in a tree. Okay. Classy. This Motavian cactus dish is delicious. Amy experienced a burst of energy. Awesome. You needed that health. Hack's room. It's Hack! He was not startled to see Amy, letting out a bold laugh instead. There is a door on the south side of the room, but the Motavian ringleader stands in the way. Let's try and handcuff him again. Amy took out her handcuffs, but Hack merely backpedaled out of the way. Give it up, little girl. There's no way you foolish humans can catch me, Hack proclaimed boldly before disappearing to the south. He sure speaks clearly for a Motavian, almost like a man. So, we've got some racial profiling of Motavians happening here. They're short, they can't talk properly. Let's go this way before we chase him, just in case we need something else. The room is overflowing with all manner of boxes which have been strewn about haphazardly. What's in the box? Show us the boxes. They're all filled with worthless odds and ends, except Mixed in with the junk is an antique boomerang. Yes, I know they're bird people. But in Phantasy Star 4, nobody says they can't talk properly. A simple boomerang shaped like an acute angle. The surface has been adorned by engraving. In Generation 1 and 2, they redesigned them to look more like Phantasy Star 4, so they've got the beaks and that sort of thing. So, and yeah, in Generation 2, I should say, they talk normally as well. You just have to learn wear the ring that speaks their language. The terrain outside the cavern is formed from a slope of scraggy rock. Affixed to the side of the mountain to the north, a wooden door marks an entrance to the cave. Descent seems plausible, okay, to the west and south. Let's try west first. Is it hack? No, it's bees. The slope is navigable to the east and south. Amy saw her quarry beckoning to her in a condescending manner from the other side of the slope. As she started after him, something suddenly flew out from underfoot. A swarm of rock bees has appeared. Let's beat up the rock bees. She's a boomerang. As a big fan of Star Wars, I always did like the Motavians for reminding me of Jawas. Oh, that was easy. Bird people is more original than rat people. Oh yeah. We already have many rat-inspired people. Splinter, TMNT, Rat, and Warhammer, etc. The insects painfully expel grains of stone as they flutter away into the sky. Is that going to hit us anyway? When she glanced in his direction, Amy found that Hack had disappeared. I love how he's just called Hack. He's a hacker called Hack. A road traces a cliff to the west, while the rocky area resumes to the north and east. To the south, a vast desert can be seen at the bottom of the cliff, from which the wind rises tempestuously. We can look at the wind. I don't know how that works. The intense wind is behaving violently. At times it seems powerful enough to dash Amy against the rocks. The sand seemed to go on forever. If stared at long enough, the desert evokes feelings of despair. The road follows the cliff longitudinally. More desert land can be seen at the base of the cliff. The wind is blowing. Okay. Before we go further east, let's just go further west, I should say. Oh no, there's more stuff. The rugged terrain continues to the north and west. Hack stood across the way, beckoning to Amy as if toying with her. When she approached him, tentacles sprang forth from countless openings in the surface. A whole worm has emerged from the ground. Gross. The worm sensed the disturbance in the air and immediately withdrew its tentacles, only to reveal them once more after the danger had passed. The boomerang doesn't seem very effective in this situation. Great. Oh god, it's a big hit to start with. Let's try the pole. Amy jabbed at the enemy with a wooden pole, but it didn't make a very effective weapon. Oh dear. I thought since it was in a hole, we should try the pole. It's only a small knife. I'm in a bit of trouble here. Oh, luckily we killed it in one hit. Having taken a beating, the whole worm soon withdrew its appendages back into the earth. But for how long? When she glanced in his direction, Amy found that Hack had disappeared. Let's go see if there's more food. I'm doing this because Eustace's adventure had respawning food that really came in handy. Nope, no such luck. Oh no, the bees are back. Oh god, that's a terrible attack. There's no experience. There's no point fighting them over and over. We might be in a bit of a gauntlet while we track hack. At the end of the road, emptiness. An abandoned cabin lies to the north. This dwelling is deserted. The only point of access is the door on the south side. A bundle of fabric hangs on the facing wall. The material is joined to a wooden stick. It spreads out to form a hang glider. Alright, now we're really going to go on an adventure. Really like the Star Wars aspect of Phantasy Star. Back then I think there was a demand not fulfilled. Absolutely. No, agreed. Amy took the hang glider. It is functionally similar to the wings of a bat. Amy can soar through the air with this. Okay, where do we use the hang glider? Here? Okay. We don't use it here. On the desert? Oh, don't tell me I need to use hang glider on wind. Amy took to the sky with a hang glider. She leisurely circled the area while descending, landing in the desert before long. To the north, a mountain towers over this boundless expanse of sand dunes. A solitary rock formation can be seen to the west. People wanting Star Wars but not getting it, thus games like Star Fox and Phantasy Star and other series like pre-Power Rangers that had a big Star Wars. Yeah, so there was, you know, it felt like as a kid, everybody loved Star Wars. And aside from maybe like, but there was no more Star Wars. There was toys. Like there was like Commodore 64 and Atari Star Wars games, but yeah. People looming from space. So yes, so there was absolutely a gap there, and yeah, Phantasy Star, Jawas, Star Fox that had, you know, they essentially had R-wings, which is not very far removed from X-wings. But then, of course, the in the mid-90s, that more Star Wars games started coming out, so that kind of filled the gap. Yeah. An unusual boulder with a flat top stands here. A long, slender box has been placed beneath it. What's in the box? Could this be an ancient relic? No time for sightseeing right now, however. Oh, Amy. It's locked. So far we found 2 different pieces of food that let us heal. And they have not respawned. So there's no rest point at the moment. Can we just use a knife on the box? That's all right. We'll get some health, or we'll die, and we'll have to retrace our steps. Ooh, okay. Superficially, this appears to be a sand dune, yet its shape changes constantly. The surging grains billow like an ocean of sand. These treacherous conditions make traversal to the east impossible on foot. Ugh. A hill to the south is similarly unreachable. Welcome to the unreachable area. Verdant Hill. Okay. The fine grains give it a consistency much like that of powdered sugar. This game is making me hungry. The hill appears to be abundant in vegetation, but it's too far away to tell for sure. Okay, let's head south. But everywhere else. Countless stones are mixed in with the sand, severely impeding mobility. On top of that, the area has been liberally sprinkled with bones. It's a creepy place indeed. Alright, Amy. Chew on the bones. Get some health back. The skeletal remains of a hand appear to be holding onto something. It's a silver key. It doesn't look that old. Okay, let's go back to the box. The silver box is full of food. It fits the keyhole exactly. The top of the box detaches to reveal a pair of sand skis, which I did not know were a thing. A set of long, thin, fiberglass surfaces designed to be worn on the feet. When donned, such gear allows the wearer to glide across troublesome sands that would otherwise be impassable. Are we going to surf? Are we going to ski on sands? It's getting more and more 80s anime as we go. Oh, it doesn't need to be used as long as it's worn. Oh, okay. Let's go east first. Yeah. Boulders poke through the sea of quicksand in a manner reminiscent of icebergs. It is too dangerous to keep going eastward. The waves of sand are flowing to the south. Visually following the course of the quicksand leads to the sight of a humanoid shadow. It's too far away to see clearly, but the shape of that silhouette is definitely Hack's. Alright, before we go there, let's go to the Verdant Hill. This locale is teeming with cacti. Long cactus needles make it risky to get too close to the prickly vegetation. Ugh. These juicy plants look delicious. Pole and needles we use, but nothing happens. Alright. Let's eat some cactus. I just get poked in the eye trying that. The knife does seem to be the way to go. Knife and needles we use, but nothing happens. Okay. Knife. Cacti. There you go. Good call, Wassian. Amy cut off part of a cactus and ate it. Succulent juices moistened her throat. Good thing we came here first before Hack summons more bio monsters to mess with us. Hack is here, standing stock still. Amy has finally cornered him. Behind him is an enormous quicksand whirlpool, escaping more resembling the den of an antlion. Suddenly a crowd of Motavians appeared. Amy had gotten ambushed somehow, again, this is the third time, and soon found herself driven to the edge of the vortex. Hack approaches threateningly. Okay, let's try Hack first. This isn't the time for that. Fuck. Use the handcuffs on Hack. Lost her balance and fell into the whirlpool. Within the vortex, Amy is quickly being engulfed in sand. The Motavians are shouting unintelligibly while Hack kneels by the perimeter. Every time we meet this dude, we get ambushed. Ugh. Amy does not learn. Let's use the pole on Motavians. Can we move? Can't move. Okay. Let's use the pole on the Motavians. Let's use the boomerang, maybe. Not the time for that either. The scope's going to do nothing. Doesn't seem. Well, maybe not. Standing around the circle, in a circle around the whirlpool, the Motavians are in an uproar. Wassian, you knew that was going to happen, didn't you? Grab onto me, Hack yelled as he extended his hand. This man, who by all accounts should be her enemy, was now trying to save her. In a daze, she clung to his arm. A moment later, he tumbled forward, and they found themselves being dragged together into the pit. Nice work. Nice work, the pair of you. Luminous cavern. Amy opened her eyes. She felt uninjured, but her body was caked with sand. She found herself in a cavernous tunnel stretching horizontally. A faint light was being emitted by moss growing on the stone surfaces. Hack's prostrate body is bathed by the pale light. Look at his body, Amy. He is completely unconscious. He probably hit something as he fell. On the other hand, Amy did not get injured at all. Oh, Hack must have shielded her with his body. Oh, we can't handcuff him. I was going to try and handcuff him now he's unconscious. Well, if we look at him one more time, does anything change? Nope. The way is blocked by a pile of sand. A rustling sound can be heard periodically as additional granules fall from the ceiling. Knife, handcuffs, boomerang can be seen. Give me all my stuff. See, it's a small knife. That's why I didn't. Alright, now let's handcuff him. Hack opened his eyes the moment Amy handcuffed him. He glared at her when he noticed the manacle on his wrist. How could you do that to me? Humans are so heartless. You really think you can safely take me back to the village? Jeez, you're fearless. Okay, there seems to be a wetland area. The ground is covered in ankle-deep mud. Third time's the charm. The air is saturated with fog, limiting visibility less than 1 meter. The rocky formation to the east presents the entrance to a familiar cave. A rumbling sound can be heard in the distance. We need to change of perspective, sure. It's the old, well, that's an even older trope. The cop chasing the criminal and they end up handcuffed to each other and helping each other out and being best buds. Is it thunder or the roar of a biomonster? Hack follows reluctantly. So we can look at Hack. Well, which way? You don't know where we are, and yet you managed to arrest me? What a joke. Is this a requisite lake maze? A lake of the deepest black waits to the south. The area is mostly lifeless. Not even aquatic plants can be found on the water's surface. Hack is perturbed. Where do you think you're going? That lake is bottomless. Do you intend to drown us? We'll drown together, Hack, you and me, buddy. As she gazed at the lake, Amy felt drawn towards the depth. Doesn't seem safe. There is a strangeness about it. Okay. What happens if we go south? We walk into the lake. Amy's foot slipped and she became submerged in the deep water. She struggled for as long as she could. Amy could still hear Hack's desperate screams as she sank into the depths of the lake. Game over. It just lets you walk into the lake. That's hilarious. Alright. Oh, that's hilarious. That's the good stuff. I haven't been saving. It's fun to have to try and do it again. Oh, that's hilarious. Show the poster to our contact. Talk to the people. Talk to the peasants. All right. See, this is the first time we try to arrest him, and then they knock us out. The good thing here, and I saw some video analysis of the 6 Star Wars, also explain that for Star Wars. Don't forget we're up to 9 Star Wars now. Spin-offs and all that stuff. We don't need to go east because that just leads to a fight and a dead end. Despite some clunky dialogues and strange situations, they managed to expand the universe and give us food for thought. Oh, absolutely. You just have to talk about stuff in that kind of universe in a vague sense. You don't have to be super descriptive. You just have to mention there might be a planet. You know, just mention a planet name. And this is where we beat up a baby bird. And people's imaginations can fill in the rest. Of course, you'll always get people overthinking that sort of thing. That's better, Amy. Come on. Kill that bird. This is in a way what is lacking in Disney Star Wars. They don't expand much on things. Yeah. You could have, like, any... And this is my issue with the new Star Wars movies. Like, more than anything else. It's a galaxy. It's a universe. You could just have brand new characters on brand new planets. I mean, they could still be rebels and Empire if you want. But, you know, they don't have to be buds with Han Solo. It is a big universe out there. This baby bird kicks the shit out of us as well. Come on, Amy. God. So much HP. And then we feel bad for killing it, of course. I don't even know if we need a scope, but okay. So we've got the object, which is a trap. What if we use the pole on the trap? Amy poked it with a pole. Crash! The trap is now sprung. And now, there we go. They show a situation where they say there are other things in Rebels and a new Empire. It doesn't have to be Rebels and Empire every time. You can tell a completely different story and just have, you know, X-Wings. That's fine. Even the Rebels in episode 7 and 8 don't feel they're more than we see in Star Wars 8. Yes, absolutely. So, last time we went that way, we got captured, which was pointless. But anyway. Let's get the food. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really get the scope right. It's hard to get the scope right, though. When you're talking about potentially multiple planets, thousands, hundreds of thousands of rebels fighting millions of Empire or New Order. It's hard to do that and also have, you know, your typical, here's a couple of characters we want you to focus on. Okay. Alright, let's fight the worms. Doubles, don't get us anything. On the opposite from the get-go in A New Hope, seeing people in the Rebels but with fish heads, strange creatures and all, we could picture in our imagination the civilization of fish people. Yes, of course. Like, have humans as your main characters, but yeah. You could have a new species of alien all the time to work with. That was one of the things I liked about Knights of the Old Republic too. There was a... I forgot his name. I think it might have been Baldur. Something like that. He was the same species as Darth Maul. So he wasn't evil, he was a good guy. So, you know, because Darth Maul was never spoke or anything. Well, didn't say much. Yeah, have that as a good character. Have one of the aliens with the big tentacles on his head as a good guy. Have a hut. Have a good guy hut. Why not? They can't. They don't all need to be gangsters. Surely there are just huts who are just normal and just do normal things. Okay. That was the good thing about Rogue One. It told a different story. You know, it wasn't a grand space opera thing. It was just a small group of people, you know. And yes, Darth Vader was in it, you know. But for the most part, it was new characters telling a story we hadn't seen before in a slightly different way, and I really enjoyed it. So. Okay, so use knife on cacti. See, we're almost back to where we were. It didn't take long at all. So once you know where to go in these games, it's very quick. I wonder what we use the infrared scope for, but yeah. And the music changes. Ah, Hack, you're such a lovely guy in the end. And we go east, get our stuff. And we're out of here. All right. Finally, we handcuff Hack. And we're back. We're back on. And we're not going to walk into the lake. Ooh, this place is littered with eggshells. Oh, her rest count went up. There you go. There must be clouds overhead, for it has begun to rain. That doesn't seem to bother the Korgan blocking the way, however. In an attempt to intimidate, a Korgan is making a ghastly sound by vibrating its slack throat. Look at the rain. Seems to be gradually coming down harder. Okay. Yes, we walked into a lake. I just chose to go south, and we walked into a bottomless lake and died. This type of frog is a step up in size from a liquor biomonster. It lacks a navel. Okay. Cool detail. Starting out with an 8, that's my lucky number. Oh no. Oh god. It's gonna kill us. I should have saved. Oh god, that is two turns and it's done 40 damage. Oh, God. The Korgan spewed venom as it writhed, its death arriving shortly thereafter. God. Let's drop a very, very quick save state. Are we going to wander around this pouring rain forever? Let's get it over with already. He practically spat the words. God, Hack, get over it, mate. The storm is becoming increasingly violent. The freezing rain relentlessly strikes exposed skin. The combination of coldness and fatigue has exhausted Amy. I didn't see any way to take the venom or the poison or anything. I don't think we've been poisoned. A bolt of lightning suddenly struck nearby, accompanied by the deafening roar of thunder. The surroundings became as bright as noonday, illuminating a shrine cleft from the rock to the west. Hack is moving closer to Amy. Back it up, criminal. It is little more than a small cave, but it should at least provide shelter from the elements. The inside of the shrine is very narrow, but is sufficient for weathering the storm. The ceiling is too low for one to stand upright. You need to warm up, said Hack, as he detached his cloak and placed it over Amy's shivering body. With the covering removed, he was unmasked for the first time, revealing not a Motavian, but a strapping young human. Which strapping, eh? An old photograph had fallen to the floor when Hack took off his cloak. He seems concerned as he watches over Amy. There is loneliness within his eyes. Oh, she loves him. Where's the photo? The interior is so confined that Hack and Amy are shoulder to shoulder. The photograph can be seen. Okay, let's take it. Amy took the photograph. Its tattered photo depicts a human couple. He must have been carrying it for a long time. You want to talk about it, Hack? Nope. Doesn't want to talk about it? Okay. It's like a waterfall out there. The storm is not going to let up anytime soon. Oh, use photograph on Hack. There's that music again. It's the love theme. Amy returned the picture to Hack. He gazed at it for a while, and then began to speak bitterly. Those are my real parents. They disappeared when I was an infant. Heartless. Humans are all so heartless, nothing like Motavians. They took me in and raised me with kindness after my family abandoned me. Amy could sympathise with his loneliness. She had also lost her parents at a young age, as she was a JRPG protagonist. Hack must have learned to stifle the yearning for his mother and father through his hatred of humanity. Amy gently consoled him and then explained, "But I still have to bring you in. It's my job." And she tightened the handcuffs and whacked him over the head. He smiled weakly. They eventually noticed the faint light had started streaming through a crevice in the wall. Dawn had crept up on them. Can we look at the crevice? As they peered between the stones, the village of B Rock appeared beneath the haze of the morning mist. Without realizing it, the pair had nearly returned to town. It was practically right beneath them. But unfortunately, there was a large boulder blocking the way back. Okay. Let's look at the boulder. Amy can't push it out of the way. It's too heavy. What about you, Hack? Use knife on boomerang? Boulder? I knew that wouldn't work. Okay, that's not the solution. Oh, we can't move either. Oh, great. Took two goes. As if he could read her thoughts, Hack used his strength to move the boulder. The village has fallen silent, its occupants not yet awake. The light coming from a house to the south floats dimly in a sea of mist. I hope there's not a bloody boss fight or anything because we've got no health. The liaison was surprised to see them. You on a date this early in the morning? How about finding some time to hunt down that Motavian criminal, you fool? This is the criminal. Come on, man. Dude. Okay, let's just go back to the buggy, I suppose. The dome farm is as quiet as a graveyard. Thank you for bringing me this far, Amy. The fact is, I recently discovered the keyword that I've been looking for. He skillfully hacked into the network as he spoke. Information about his parents soon appeared on the monitor. The files indicate that Hack's parents died in a car wreck in B-Rock. The date of the accident was 1265 AW, the year he was born. He was found and adopted by Motavians soon afterward. They died. He turned to Amy as he spoke, tears forming in his eyes. But I'm glad the arrest counter has gone back down, so obviously she's going to let him go. This means that I wasn't abandoned. I'm not bitter anymore. A few of my Motavian friends enticed me to steal and do other bad things. I've made some mistakes. Well, you can take me to your boss now. I'm ready to atone for my crimes. But Hack had already suffered enough. Amy unfastened the handcuffs. Besides, if Hack didn't return home, the Motavians might attack the village. This would preclude that possibility. Goodbye, Hack. I hope we can meet again someday. Maybe then our feelings for each other. Amy returned to her jet buggy and sent a report to the agents. Capture of Motavian Hack unsuccessful. That incident marked the point where Amy began referring to herself as a counter hunter. It was also the only job thus far where her bounty had gotten away. The end. Written by those guys in 1990. Alright, I got time for one more. And unfortunately, what's in my release order that I've got written down from Sega Retro, this is the next one. It's a very old cliche. Saved her life. They struggled against a frog together. She walked into a bottomless lake. The bottomless lake area, I'm not sure what the deal was there. And that infrared scope that I see in the dark, we never used it, so didn't need to kill the poor baby crow. Maybe you were wrong about it, maybe you were timing it. Well, hey, there's every chance it could be just boring as, you know. 1281 AW Summer, Mahal Town on the planet Motavia. Character, Rudger. He's looking very intense in that picture. Look at those shoulder... what are they called? Pads? Amy needed to face death multiple times to open her heart. My name is Rudger Steiner. I've been employed by the Motavian government as a soldier for 5 years now, and am currently garrisoned at the Mahal military base. Motavian summers are intense. The heat makes me feel like I'm being boiled alive. This year has been exceptionally hot. Don't they know it's Pride Month and they should have had Hack be a girl for Pride Month? Amy and... because Hack is... that's a very gender non-specific name. This year has been exceptionally hot. Could Mother Brain's climate control systems be malfunctioning? Of course not. Everything is perfect with Mother Brain. He was off duty for the rest of the day and was preparing to return home when it happened. To the east, the earth rumbled with the force of an erupting volcano. He saw white smoke rising from beyond the forest and concluded that something must have happened to Mahal, his hometown. Worried about his wife and son, Rudger left the base immediately. Oh no. We had Amy find love, we'd have Rudger lose love, I think. A paved road runs northward in parallel with the outer wall of the Mahal base to the west. There is a forest to the east. It's got a wall. The grey wall is made of fortified concrete. Barbed wire adorns the top. It's not much, but I do like how they had different colours. Different colours and different, frames for these. Forest of Motavian cedars cover the overgrown shrubberies beneath them with a canopy of shade. Ah, that's a bit different. Everybody else has a little full sprite, but Rudger just has a headshot. Something different. The road continues following the ashen wall. The staff can be seen. Let's take the staff. A brass ring has been inserted into the tip of a short piece of wood to form this Motavian staff. Okay. Just walking along the wall. The latitudinal road disappears into the Mahal countryside. The base is back to the south. The eastern road passes through the woods as it makes its way toward the town of Mahal. Nothing to look at. Let's go east. Oh, jeez. Motavian cedars and other trees dominate the surroundings in these gloomy woods. The thicket is dissected longitudinally by a path leading towards town. A narrow trail weaves between the trees along the other axis. A man-eater stands in the way. Oh, it's a man-eater. Let's beat it up. We can beat up the trail. Rudger held the staff high and swung downwards. Only 2, Rudger. I want more dice from you. Amy and Rudger, for being hunters and counter hunters, feel very weak. I do love that mocking sound when they miss. Not when I miss though. Speaking of which. Ooh. This staff isn't really working for you, Rudger. Where's your gun? Okay. A bluish fluid began trickling from the creature and it suddenly became docile. Funny way to describe killing it. The path is only wide enough for one person. It winds its way deeper into the woods. Oh no, it's a maze. Oh, okay. The town proper lies to the east while a forest is visible to the west. A lone cabin stands here. A ladder leans against the side of the cabin. This crude dwelling was built from cedar wood. Do Motavians live here? There is no one inside. Can we take the ladder? Okay, cool. It is very light, being made of indigenous cedar. Oh god. I say cedar a lot. My god. The town has been completely destroyed. In a daze, Rudger ran home. As he drew near the house, the figure of someone lying on the ground came into view. It was his wife, clutching their child tightly to her breast. Emily. John. Not the time for fashion, Ellie. He's lost his wife and child are in danger. How you going? There was no reply. Oh no. Who did this to you? He clung to their bodies with his awesome uniform as he went. Rudger slowly rose to his feet and solemnly buried them. This is starting out dark. Rudger briefly surveyed the remains of the ruined town. I mean, we all know Rudger's backstory. He explains it in Phantasy Star too, but didn't need to live it. White smoke rises from fissures scattered sporadically across the ground. A boulder of pumice is partially buried in the dirt and a hole has opened up in the earth. A white rock created in a volcanic eruption, surprisingly soft. The stone is roughly an armful in size. The surface is pitted. I want to take the big rock. It appears to be quite deep. Okay. So all we've done is go, oh no, there was an explosion in the town. He buried his wife and daughter. Yes, he did. Wife and son, I think. He said Emily and John, so yeah. This used to be a grassy plain, but has turned into a barren wasteland full of sand. The road narrows as it continues eastward. A sign made of white wood stands nearby. Enter the house. Is that what the sign says? Or the mailbox in Zork? Danger ahead. The rest is unreadable, being covered in dirt. Mahal Dungeon is on Palmer. Well, obviously, Mahal Dungeon's in Palmer. Mahal Town's in Motavia, named after the famous dungeon in Palmer. I don't know. They probably just reused the name. Look at the sandy soil. Light brown soil with a reddish tint. Pebbles are mixed in with the sand. Take a pebble, Rudger. Oh, God. The road travels from east to west, but has been broken up at this point. It's a land shark. Oh, it's a sand shark. There you go. The pavement resumes across the sand. A sand shark is crawling around in its element. Hit it with a ladder. Rudger held the staff high and swung downwards. That's better, Rudger. Do some damage, buddy. That sand shark looks very much like a sand snake. God, we're going to die. God. Oh, everybody's missing. Oh, God. Getting bad rolls. And we died. Alright, now we have to see his family die again, but let's just quickly go past that. Alright, nothing can be taken. Let's hope the dice go better in our favour. I always get Robotech / Macross vibes from the whole Phantasy Star 2 and Phantasy Star 4 aesthetic, but I'm getting it like 100% more from Rudger's, Navy-esque uniform. God, what is happening? Now, we didn't go these other directions before. This area is brighter than the rest of the woods, probably because a tree has fallen nearby. A mushroom is growing in a spot where the sun and shade meet. Take the mushroom, take the mushroom, take the mushroom. A poisonous red fungus with green speckles. The item vendor, yes, absolutely. Oh, I didn't look at the tree. Hang on, just in case. Look at the tree. It's a very old Motavian setter that was felled by an axe or something. He's got the Macross haircut. Business in the front, party in the back. Within the depths of the woods rests a pond. By its bank stands an enormous tree, abounding with leaves. Canteen can be seen. All right, grab that canteen. An elliptical water container made of copper. Green patina is visible in places. Okay. Use the canteen on the pond. Rudger removed the cap and dipped the canteen beneath the surface of the pond. There we go. We're in survival mode. This exceedingly large tree is called a camper. It is shedding dark green leaves near the pond. Looks climbable. Okay. We'll go get the ladder and come back. The serene waters are a deep, clear indigo. Fish can be seen swimming beneath the surface. A quiet pond is full of life. Oh no, we can just go up. There's enough room up here to squat on some of the branches. A large hollow in the trunk seems conspicuous. A knife is sticking out of the tree trunk. Take the knife. Thank you. There's a large survival knife which has unfortunately become rusted and dull. The length of the blade is 30 centimeters. Jesus Christ. Rudger, you Rambo or something, dude. It's nothing more than a large hole in the tree. There are signs that someone once lived here. Something resembling a net has been taken left inside. Rudger took the net, a handheld net with a short carbon handle. The circumference is constructed of aluminium, while the netting itself is made out of a synthetic fibre of some sort. God, we really missed out on heaps of stuff by not going these ways before. So take the ladder. Let's try and use the ladder on the cabin. Rudger, oh there you go. Rudger climbed up the ladder and inspected the roof of the cabin. Not surprisingly, it was a fruitless endeavor. Okay. And then the bad part. Emily and John. Now that we've got this now that we've got this rusty knife, let's use the knife against the pumice stone and hopefully sharpen it up. He rubbed the edges of the blade against the pumice stone repeatedly until the knife became clean and shiny. So here we go, look at that. So let's look at the hole. Oh, we could potentially use the ladder on the hole. I hadn't thought of that. Ladder and small hole used, but had no effect. Okay. It's weird how there's a hole, and it's quite deep, and we can't do anything with it. A bit strange. Sign says danger. We go east, and we fight. All right. Let's knife this thing instead. Look at that. AP4. 28 points of damage. Ah, it's a shame we don't get 4 hits. It's so good. Always explore everywhere you can. 24 damage, that should be enough, surely. No! Sand Shark is tough. Sand Shark also missed. God, this thing is a tank. It is an absolute tank of a sand shark. PS Cave, with its guides on how to beat these games, tell you how much HP these things will have. I'm going to have to look up how much HP the sand shark had. Convulsions ran through the sand shark's body for a while, then ceased. Okay. Let's go east. We're at the end of the road. Boys to Men would have something to say about that. The road's eastern journey comes to a halt. Nothing but endless sand lies beyond. There is a body lying on the side of the road. The individual appears to still be alive. Shovel can be seen. All right, let's look at the individual first. Rudger rushed over and held him in his arms. The man began to speak with his last breath. Rudger couldn't understand him very well. But apparently the people of Mahal Town had been consumed by something. He kept muttering deliriously until he ceased breathing. Ah. What can we drop? Drop the staff. The knife is better. Because we want to take the shovel. It's a large shovel made of iron. So now that he's passed away, his clothes are shredded and his right foot has been bitten off. He is probably from Mahal Town. There is no one here. White smoke rises from fishes scattered sporadically across the ground. Alright, let's use the shovel on the hole. And get after the mole. Rudger used the shovel to dig up the edges of the hole. It is now large enough for a person to pass through. After falling into that bottomless lake, I'm just being very cautious. Alright, we can just go down. Upon entering, Rudger was amazed at the extent of the cavern. The atmosphere here is stiflingly hot. It is possible to navigate the tunnel to the east if one stoops, but the strange heat is causing mud on the ground to boil, blocking the way. Okay, what do we got? So we've got mud pit. The temperature of the mud is high enough that it's begun to bubble and seethe. Steam occasionally jets out from the sludge. There is no way to cross it. What about a ladder? Rudger placed the ladder over the mud pit. My strategy to use the ladder on everything paid off at last. It is now possible to reach the other side. It is pitch black. Rudger is likely to be eaten by a biomonster. Oh, yes. Funny you should say that. The long tunnel widens as it comes to a halt. Light is shining down through a hole overhead. There are tree roots protruding from the walls. Okay, let's look at the roots. They're of considerable thickness, but are badly frayed and covered in bite marks. A Must be the mole. Maybe we could have boiled the mushroom. Maybe. The blue sky can be seen overhead. This is clearly the way out of here. No effect. Okay. I think we need a source of light more than anything else. Forest village. A small village hidden within a forest. It was also abandoned after being laid waste. There is a large hole in the ground. A wooden 2-story building can be seen to the north, while an animal trail leads south into the forest. Well, let's go into the building first. The surroundings have been devastated, yet the building itself was miraculously untouched. It lies to the north. Another structure is visible to the east. Oh gosh, there's heaps to see. Outside an antiquated cabin to the east, a lane leads north into the forest. Oh god, it's getting complicated. A shotgun hangs on the wall. Hell yeah. No one was in sight, so Rudger called out, "Hey, anybody home? Do you mind if I take your shotgun? If I take it, will the roof start collapsing? Just wanted to check." There was no reply. Rudger raised his voice and tried again, this time succeeding in attracting the attention of an old Motavian situated behind a counter. This Motavian is of advanced age. He seems to be hard of hearing. Give me the shotgun, old man. Okay, let's try the 2-story building first. This is the first floor of the inn. A Motavian innkeeper is seated here. Upon hearing Rudger's story, the man took pity on him, offering the room upstairs for Rudger to rest in whenever he needed it. Free healing. He also cautioned against going outside, since the biomonsters were being unusually violent. We better heal. A tidy room. The remains of the forest village are visible from the window. Rudger rested a while and regained his vitality. Okay. Does the innkeeper say anything different? A middle-aged male standing approximately 120 centimeters tall, his entire body draped in reddish-brown clothing. There you go. More detail. The underbrush is too thick for humans to pass. So that's the animal trail. Let's see if we can talk to the Motavian again. There's a mushroom on him. He doesn't want my mushroom. Give me the shotgun. Please. The majority of Motavian cedars in this part of the forest are either dead or dying. There is a hole in the ground about half a meter in diameter. It's the mole. He's everywhere. It's like a hole dug by a giant mole. No kidding. Most of the trees here have withered due to the intense heat underground. Oh, hang on, we can keep going north. Let's go north one more time. Among the dying cedars is a lone palm tree. Harp can be seen. Play some tunes, Rudger. A portable harp. The frame is made of crystal. How is there a palm tree here? This type of tree grows along, straight trunk, sans branches. Palm nuts are in season, but it would be difficult to climb up that high. Ah, we don't have the ladder anymore. Sunlight can be seen to the east. The sound of running water is also coming from that direction. Hanging on to that mushroom. It's going to come in handy somehow. A river flows from north to south. Its breadth looks to be 10 meters. The footing here is poor due to the small round pebbles scattered about. Rubber raft can be seen. The current is too strong to swim across it. Rudger took the rubber raft. It looks pretty old. The raft is inflated, but there is no oar. His HP went away. That's not a good sign. Rudger floated the boat in the direction of the opposite bank and hopped in, hoping that it had enough momentum to carry him across. As he got closer to the middle of the river, the current suddenly became stronger and he was rapidly washed downstream. A waterfall! Rudger was dragged along with the raft into the basin at the bottom of the falls. Game over. What's with these insta-deaths for just trying things? Good heavens. I'm glad I dropped a save state this time. Mushroom, make a trippy dream and see your family in the realm of the dead like the Northman. Maybe. So heal up and go back down. Okay, he doesn't say anything new. Let's go get the harp. Maybe we can use the harp on the old deaf Motavian. Keep the ladder for the tree. Will that be possible? Well, no, I don't think I can get the ladder back. I can try. What a pleasant sound. Okay, no. Let's try and get it back. Because the problem is we got the... There's nothing here that you can take, so that's the ladder. And if you go east, there's no reason to find a harp. Yes, absolutely. Ah. Can't see anything, can't do anything. Very useless area. Okay, let's try and use the net on the shotgun. No, it's not even an object we can look at. It just was mentioned at some point. Okay. So we take the raft. What if you use the net on the raft? It's probably not going to work. What if you use the raft with the net? Rudger came to his senses. Oh, we go south. Oh, there you go. We just didn't need to cross the river yet. Many rugged stones lie near the river. Eaten palm tree nuts are strewn about. The way is blocked by a hungry ape fire monster. Only one thing to do. And that is use the harp on the biomonster, of course. Oh no, he's going to kill us. What? How is Snake Eyes not a miss? Alright, let's just stab the ape instead. Oh, crikey. Could be in trouble here. Can't hit the bloody thing. Rudger can't hit the broadside of a barn. Nothing but trouble down here. Can't look at the pebbles. Let's try that again, but let's just try to go straight to the knife. Our rolls can't be that bad twice in a row. Hungry ape. Oh, there you go. We hit him anyway. God, we've got to really roll high to hit him. I'm gonna die again. It seems like there's nothing else to it except this is just a really hard fight. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, let's try again. Come on, dice. How is that not... Oh, okay. Getting frustrated here. We've got to roll higher than 8 to hit him. Just to hit him in the first place. Come on, Rudger. Oh, it's not enough. It can't be that we just have to... You know, trial and error this, surely. He can hit us no matter what. We can't hit him. That's not enough. Rudger, not enough, buddy. Okay, hang on. Let's go north. We just use like the knife on the palm tree. What about the net? Give me some nuts to feed the hungry ape. Whoops, my hand moved by itself. Maybe it's a little tired. Okay. I'll try. Well, I haven't tried the net on the ape. Try that. Give it a go. No effect. No effect. Reload. It'll turn out that the staff is really good against the ape. Oh my god, Rudger. Dude. Roll better. Let's see if how random these dice really are. Is that exactly what we rolled? $10. That'll be enough. 40. The ape getting snake eyes and hitting still is oof. Rubbish. Come on, Rudger. Yes. Oh, God. That's 84 damage there, by the way. The hungry ape bellowed in agony for a while and then fell silent. Okay. Many rugged stones lie near the river, eaten palm tree nuts strewn about. Rita can't learn music, absolutely. A ferryman stands beside a hovercraft on the bank of the river. In exchange for 500 meseta, the ferryman offers unlimited trips across the river. This seems to be a new business. I don't have 500 meseta, my dude. He's a young Motavi. A modern four-seater capable of crossing any body of water. Do you want a poisonous mushroom, my dude? Okay, We got a river we can't cross, a ferryman we can't pay. What's the deal? Oh, we could have tried the harp. Let's get some health back though. What I don't get is there's a shotgun. And you can't do anything to try and get it. Let's just try over and over again. Ah, okay. One more time. Try 5. No. Maybe we need to play a song for the ferryman. Give him the harp, maybe. Like, they haven't really given Rudger a goal at the moment. Gonna try and give him the harp now. What a pleasant sound. So no. I have used the harp in his presence. Yes. It just says, what a pleasant sound. This is a tough one. Like Amy's one was so much more straightforward. Oh, bullshit. Okay. I still don't know how to get past the ferryman, but we can give the staff to the old Motavian. I just looked it up. Yeah, exactly. Amy had a lot more going on. So far, we've only really talked to the innkeeper and a dying man, which is really helpful. Go all the way back. No, not... Sorry. Ah. What can we drop? Okay. Method to my madness here. The knife is a good weapon, but the shotgun's better. It's interesting that we have to... That description keeps coming back. Rudger gave the staff to the elderly Motavian. The gentleman accepted the gift with delight, reciprocating with a state-of-the-art shotgun. Why? Makes no sense. Need to do an IMR waiting on the phone to fix a date in my schedule for the last 20 minutes. Oh, God. Glad to keep you entertained while you're on hold. I'm guessing the shotgun would have went well with the ape, but oh well. Use a shotgun on the tree. Alright. There's a hammer somewhere, for God's sake. Oh my god. The shotgun was exchanged for the staff. The shotgun was exchanged for the staff. But we needed the knife to cut that animal trail. This is some real good adventure game, bloody. I'm giving up on the mushroom. Using the shotgun rather is stronger. Now we can pass the waterfall. Rudger invented shotgun jumping. Okay, I'm ditching the mushroom. The mushroom's got to go. No, wait. Keep the mushroom. Drop the canteen. Take the knife. Crocodile hunter. I like how it's just crocodile, not actually a bio monster or anything. Just crocodile hunter. Go east. Go east. Go up. Use knife on. Animal trail. Rudger cleared the thicket with the knife. The trail is now passable. So now we can go south. These woods are flooded with camper trees. The trail continues to the south. Hammer can be seen. Oh my god, Rudger, why can you not carry much? An iron hammer with a handle made of carbon. There is some rust on it. So we can look at the trail. It's wide enough for humans to traverse now that the undergrowth has been cut back. Look at the trees. They are all very thick and tall. Cool. Oh, battle time. A worn-out tent has been pitched here. A licker squats nearby. It is peering this way. Let's use our shotgun. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. AP5. Rudger aimed the shotgun at the enemy and pulled the trigger. $50 points. Come on. Oh, it's still alive. Would have been real good if the shotgun just blew it away in one shot. Oh my god, every enemy in this is really tough. Oh, Rudger, you were gonna die. You were gonna die, my dude. We need to kill it this turn or we are done. Oh, God. The liquor gushed venom as it fell to the ground. A cloth sack behind the creature is now visible. Oh, for God's sake, there's too much stuff. Can't take it. Let's drop the net. What's in the sack? Oh. Gold coins were inside the bag. There we go. Rudger counted 500 Meseta worth. Can we take the net again? Yep. Okay, look at the tent. The tent has a moss green colour but has faded considerably. Fallen leaves have accumulated nearby. There doesn't seem to be anyone living in it. Okay, so that was all about fighting the liquor. Let's go back to the inn. Because we got whooped. We got whooped real bad. Okay. Getting there. The reason why I said there's a hammer is because the bloody thing says use the hammer on the tree. Now we got a nut. Fruit of a palm tree. Enclosed in a hard shell. Okay, now we can go to the ferryman. Too much going on. Ferryman accepted 500 meseta and handed over a membership card. Rudger's hands were full, so he dropped the card. Okay, don't know what to keep. All this stuff. Do we not need the raft? Was the raft a trick item? No. Motavia Shipping Incorporated is printed on it. This membership card entitles the bearer to free passage across the river when shown to the ferryman. It expires after this game is over, apparently. So use card on ferryman. Rudger boarded the hovercraft and soon found himself on the opposite side of the river. Red Beach. The riverbed is covered in red gravel. A road ascends a mountain to the east. The ferryman is here. Palm front can be seen. More stuff. Don't give me more stuff. Hammer's gone. Okay. Oh my god. It gives off an odor similar to turpentine. Okay. Game logic is strong. The road bends to the south at this point. A mountain hut is accessible to the north. Key can be seen that we can't take. Breathing. Okay, let's go north first. The interior is furnished with a bookshelf and a staircase, not to mention some spiderwebs. On the shelf sits a heavy old book. Alright, let's do it. Gotta drop the harp. Drop the mushroom. Drop the palm nut. Okay. Go back to the ferryman. Drop the card. Okay. We don't only need the card for the ferryman, so we don't need to carry it everywhere. So let's take the key. This is the first real bit of inventory management we've had to do in these adventures, so I like silver keys. Alright, let's look at the book. Spiderwebs. Webs can be seen here and there. The place hasn't been maintained. Yeah, logic is nowhere to be found. Doesn't bring us into it's. I think that's what I remember. Yeah, no, I'm with you. This is the weakest one so far. Take the book. Rudger took the book. It would appear to be a dictionary for translating archaic words into their modern equivalents. So what? What are we meant to do with this? To the south lies the entrance of a cave. The mountain path resumes to the north. Look at the cave. It is said that a famous scientist used to train here a long time ago. The interior is labyrinthine. Oh, great. The riverbank has turned into a cliff. Kappa trees are growing by the edge. Looking down, the basin of the waterfall can be seen far below. This is the end of the line. The Kappa trees are all very thick and tall, and the cliff is a steep cliff of bare red rock. Okay. Nothing here. Let's go into the maze. It is pitch black. Rudger is likely to be eaten by a monster. I don't know what to do with this game. Okay, so the palm nut was meant to be used on the ape. You were meant to get a palm nut and use it for the ape. So we did it the hard way. Oh my god. This one's on me. Look at the stairs. That's how you use them. The bare rock, which makes up both the walls and floor of this room, is unadorned. A dusty lamp has been left in the corner. Well, take the lamp. It may be obsolete, but it still works. If it's obsolete, that means it doesn't work, doesn't it? Alright, let's take the mushroom. What have we got? Okay, we'll definitely need a key. A maze of twisty little passages, all alike. They're loving their other adventure game references tonight. Oh, let's just go west. Oh, they're really doing that, are they? West again. Will we reach a western edge? No, we will not. Oh, it's going to be one of those. See, the other mazes they've had, and they've had other mazes, they've had slight differences to at least help you map. This is just a maze. Like, straight up, nothing's different kind of thing. Wonderful. Yeah, this one really sucks. This one sucks real bad. Alright, so I've just dropped the mushroom. If I go back west, I should see a mushroom, shouldn't I? Oh dear. No, it's one of those. It's just a complete... So I went east and then went back west and the mushroom was gone. So it's just a bullshit maze. I hate bullshit mazes. Give me the guide. The guide is very yellow. Right. I'm blatantly cheating now. Okay, west. West. South. South. West. North. The door stands to the west, and a passageway proceeds to the south. Battle music. It's a slime. A big slime jiggles nearby. I didn't drop the shotgun. Good. Oh, go, Rudger. By the lamp of the palm nut makes a new piece of art that's needed. No, we could have given the palm nut to the ape to not fight it. So we actually did the ape the real hard way. Slimes. The slimes remained splattered all over the floor and soon evaporated. With the bio monster gone, Rudger noticed some rope lying in the corner of the room. 20 meters. Holy dooly. South. Hang on. East. North. North. East. East. Wassian, you actually did mention before that we can use the shotgun to beat the waterfall. Rudger tied the rope to a camper tree and hung the other end off the edge of the cliff. It is now possible to climb down from here. Rudger is holding onto a rope running adjacent to a waterfall, culminating in a deep pool far below. We're in mid-air. The mist spray rises as the water falls. Faint echoes can be heard from somewhere. So, use shotgun on waterfall. Rudger fired the shotgun in the direction of the waterfall. As the report of the gun died away, several bats shot out from behind the curtain of water. He had found a way to get behind the waterfall. That makes no sense. Northward waits the entrance to a cave. Water can be seen steadily falling to the south. There is a pathway to the west, and the waterfall is back to the south. A cadaver lies on the floor, garbed in the tattered remains of its former attire. There is an ominous feeling in the air. Journal can be seen. Let's look at the cadaver first. It has been here so long that the bones are bleached white and would probably crumble at the slightest touch. Take the journal. Rudger took the journal. It is filled with unfamiliar characters from a distant time and place. Let's use book on journal. Rudger opened the book and began translating the journal. It seems that the author was a treasure hunter. The final entry reads as follows. The treasure must be behind that door. I need a certain gemstone in order to open it. But the guardian of this cave hid it in the cedar forest. Worse, when I went around the corner today, a poisoned arrow struck me in the back. My body is already starting to fail me. Right. The east-west passageway is interrupted by a door to the north. Let's look at the door. It is locked. Noises can be heard coming from the other side. So that's where we need the gemstone, I guess. The passage leads north and east at this point. In accordance with the journal's warning, Rudger carefully stepped around the trap. Well done, Rudger. This massive yet beautifully decorated portal is very likely where the treasure is hidden. Why are we hunting for treasure now? It sounds like something is on the other side. There's an indentation in the center of the door. It is designed to hold something. Probably that gemstone. Let's use the key on this door. Rudger inserted the key into the lock and turned it. The door is now unlocked. Roaring like a beast, a strange man with disheveled hair charges at Rudger. It's alright, buddy, we're on your side. Sharp eyes burning within his emaciated face. He is the very image of a demon. Okay. Arm front? Okay. Right. I'm not sure what we're meant to do with that, dude. Oh, the harp. Oh, God, we have to go back and get the harp. The harp will tame the savage beast. Alright, so let's take the harp. Drop the book. We're done with the book. We're done with the journal. Take the mushroom. Head on out. Okay. This is a complicated game. Right. Before the door and beyond the door. Why not? Rudger took out the harp and strummed it softly. The beautiful sound was soul cleansing. The man calmed down and told Rudger his story. This cavern is sacred to the Motavians, so they arrested him when they found him wandering around near the waterfall. He was merely a minstrel, but they mistook him for a thief. Soon afterwards, a drill mole attacked and most of the Motavians were killed. Upon finishing his story, the man imparted that mole biomonsters hate the smell of palm trees and are attracted to shiny things. Finally, he thanked Rudger for saving him, and then he left. We've got a palm frond, so it gives off an odor similar to turpentine. So there we go, we've got that. So that guy gave us a hint. I can't think of anywhere else to go except there is one bit of the tunnel back to town, back to Mahal town. So we might want to use that. Like go back to that part of the... Because I can't think of anywhere else to go. We never did the rubber raft. I feel like the rubber raft was a trick, was a trap item. Inside the hole. Okay. Let's get our 9 HP back. Rudger tried resting but gained nothing from it. What? What now? Oh. Look at that. The cavern walls are packed with violet crystals. Some sort of subterranean monster seems to have cut through here. Okay. Does that give us any... Oh, it gives us nothing. Okay. I don't know where to go next. This is a terrible one. What the fuck? Okay. What have we got? Okay. Okay, so the dark room that we now have a lamp for, pointless. Completely pointless. Do you want to know how to get the crystal? And I feel no shame in... So use the mushroom on the net. Okay, use the net. No, the mushroom. Okay, so using the mushroom on the pond. Fish swim up from the bottom of the pond and begin nibbling at the mushroom. Then we use the net to catch a fish. Okay, so we've got the fish now, right? Right. We don't have the knife. Let's go back and get the bloody knife. So... Do you want to have a guess at where the knife, where the crystal is? Considering we've caught a fish and we need to go back and get our knife. Last chance for a guess. Right, then we use the knife on the fish. Rudger pressed down on the struggling fish as he cut out its innards with the knife. A beautiful sparkling jewel was inside. What the fuck? Makes no sense. A large, pale pink gemstone is simply dazzling. Oh, well, that's lovely. I don't know why we can't heal. Let me try one more time. We must need to have more than 10 damage, maybe. I don't know. This one really has indulged in the worst of adventure game logic and making you wander around, you know, for no particular reason. How were we meant to know that it was a fish had it? Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And we saw earlier with Amy's that we could quickly get back to where we were if we died. I don't think we can quickly get back to where we were if we died with this one. So much inventory management. And doing things in the right order. No arch either. Yeah. Rudger inserted the jewel into the indentation. As he did so, the door slowly rose. What is this? Treasures of gold and silver are piled up here. There is also a huge hole in the ceiling. A vicious monster called a drill mole is present. Let's use the palm frond. Yeah, there's no arc for him. What did you learn from this? What new lesson of life does he get? He gets treasure. Rudger held it out in front of the drill mole, which seemed to find the smell repellent and reacted by swinging its head from side to side. Finally, with a swipe of its paw, the monster knocked the branch out of Rudger's hands. Now it's time to die. Come on, Rudger, you can do it. Oh, you can't do it, Rudger. You're hopeless. We're going to die. There we go. There's damage. 35. We could be in trouble here. He's not dead. We are, though. This one really sucks. It's really bad. And we can't heal up to 50 health for some stupid reason. So we have to keep on trucking with what we got. Anyway, okay. Hope we don't miss. That's all we can do. Come on, Rudger. Yes. You never seem to hit better than bloody 7 at the moment. Oh, of course, he's going to kill us, so in 2 hits. Come on, 10s. Wow, that's bad. It's real bad. No, we're dead. We need it to miss. If we miss, we need it to miss. Otherwise, we're dead. This is the worst one. This one really is the absolute worst one. I hate it. Oh, I hate it so bad. Okay. This is why you don't have dice rolls in your adventure games. Oh my god, finally. 60 points of damage. That is way more. Come on, Rudger. Yes, 40 damage. No. Yes, 40. Put it math. Attacking him all with a shotgun is hazardous. 1 hit point left. Let's do this. Let's do this, Rudger. Oh, he's going to miss. He missed. Man, fuck this game. Okay. I'm not kidding. I'm looking up his health. He's got 125 health. He's got 125 health. just pointlessly difficult for no reason. That's it, we're dead. That was it. If we miss once, we can't win. We needed to use the net to catch a fish. So, the mushroom, we used the mushroom on the pond that was back at the start of near the start of the area, start of the game. That brought fish to the surface. Then we used a net on the fish. Then we used a knife on the fish that we caught. And that's how we got the jewel. We used the palm frond on the drill mole to weaken it. Hang on. Because if we don't use the palm frond on it, it has 5 attack dice rather than 2. There we go. Come on, Rudger. 50. So it's got 75 HP left. I don't think we can win. Oh, thank God. At least this one misses sometimes. It's just blind luck. Oh, that's a miss too. We're going to die. Yep. I really apologize for this being so repetitive, but we couldn't heal. We couldn't... There's no armor. Like, in other ones, there's been some sort of armor you can find. This one didn't have any. So we really are just coming back here and rolling the dice over and over again. 7 is the minimum. If we get roll below 7, we don't even hit. Of course, he hits us, no worries. So we miss and we lose. Miss, we're dead. And I don't know what affects the dice rolls. It does appear that they're properly random. As in they're not seeded. We're getting different ones each time. I'm glad to help share your suffering. Happy to help. Happy to share the love. So the dice rolls are random, it seems like. Let me just try something. So I'm just going to save here. Try and optimize this as much as possible. Okay. Oh, we hit. That's okay. He hit. That's bad. Very bad. The knife is really bad against him. Oh. The knife does less damage. Like, it's not 5 times. We can try it. Please miss. Yes. Eight. Ah. Yeah, so it's 4 versus 5. So we want to use the shotgun. It's better. Oh, shit. Max damage. But we've hit him twice. I've lost track of how much HP he's got. Oh, then we're dead. We're dead. Yep. Okay, this time. I'm not going to muck about with the knife. Get that tally going. 40. That leaves him with 85 HP. It's a miss. hit. That leaves him with 50 HP. This could be the one. Oh, it's not the one. It's not the one. Oh, it's not the one at all. Come on, Rudger. Roll them bones, baby. Oh, it's even worse. Yes! I cannot imagine playing this back in the day. So he's only got 10 HP left. Hey, Mole, why are we fighting? Do you want free fairies for life? Come on, we've just got to hit him. We did not hit him. We didn't hit him. Imagine playing this back on your Mega Drive or Genesis and having to redo the whole thing with this bullshit. Oh my god. Okay, come on. We just need to hit him one more time. I'm safe scumming my ass off. Yes! We're going to say he's coming. My name is Mystical. Today we're going to say he's coming. In other episodes, other characters have weapons with 4 or 5 dice to roll. Yes, I know. The enemies sometimes have 5 dice to roll. The drill mole let out a deathly wail as it fell. Rudger continued blasting the monster with his weapon long after it was dead. That's what I've been doing. I've been like, fuck you. He shot at the corpse until it disintegrated. But that didn't bring back his wife and child. When he realized the utter senselessness of his actions, Rudger stopped firing and simply stood there, completely motionless. There was no time to absorb the painful emotions flooding over him. A deafening rumble had emerged from deep within the Earth's core. He dashed out of there as the tunnel walls began to shake, leaping through the waterfall moments before the entire cabin collapsed. It was over with as quickly as it had begun. The sanctuary that the Motavians had guarded for centuries was obliterated within seconds, yet Rudger couldn't bring himself to care. John, Emily. Rudger stuffed down his grief as he swore to take revenge on all biomonsters. He soon left the region, having embraced the intense hatred he felt. Oh, this one didn't have a written by credit on it. Probably because nobody wanted to sign their name to this shit. All right, that means there's 2 Phantasy Star Adventures to go. Oh, Tinsera's on, and they joined us earlier and gave us some bits and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's definitely where we should direct our raid. So thanks very much, Wassian, for watching along and having a good old chat. Thank you, Barleybab. Thank you, Tinsera. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll go raid Tinsera, I think.
20. Yep, I'm going to take it. It's a little less agile, but it's not.
And yes, so this time next week we will complete, hopefully, the Phantasy Star 2 Adventures with Nay and Silka. Maybe we'll do Nay last. Let's have a raid. Have a great night.
And we'll heal ourselves up and continue on our merry way. Risk is going down. Everything looks pretty good.